All right, everyone, we are back. Big thank you to John Schwilly and Chris Tesoro. Thank you, gentlemen. That was excellent. Really high-quality product, really cool demonstration. Everybody got a chance to actually see some stuff. This is good. Really great start today. Thank you, guys. Next up, we have two gentlemen that are not normally on camera. Oh, baby. Now it's a party. Bring those little flashing eye candy lights back out here. We need some flashing trash for this. All right, we're going to be talking Stagehand 201. We have Mr. Will Austin and Scotty Mack to take it to the next level. Gentlemen, come on up.
Hey. Well, thank you, Joe.
Very well.
Yep. Thanks, Joe, for those opening remarks. Hopefully, we're not going to bore you with this really long, boring slide presentation that we have today. We'll start off with a quick intro, and mine's going to be shorter than yesterday because I talked about all of the 70 years already yesterday, or 35, or however many years I've been in the business. I started in theater, technical theater. I'm going to one-up Jim Marlowe yesterday that talked about how little money he made back then. My first professional job out of college was working at Gateway Playhouse, which was technical theater, little place out in Bellport, Long Island, and I was making $50 a week. So that's a lot lower than what Jim was doing. He was making $80 a day. Yeah, right? You like that? And so that was sort of the start of my career, and worked my way from theater into dance, opera, different things like that, mostly freelancing. Then landed late in the 1980s, I'm aging myself right there, job that was my first instance of corporate theater, which I had no idea what AV was. And back then there was not too much video. It was mostly slide projectors, lots of audio. The world was different, but it was still about speech and presenting to people and getting message out on big screens and stuff like this. Same world, but different tools to the trade. And then continued my working. Ended up doing a union gig at one point that put me working at the Metropolitan Opera for a couple of years. And now I've pivoted back into the world of corporate audio visual, and I'm here. Scotty.
That's great. I just want to say thanks for having me. Thanks, Joe, for putting this on. And thank you, Will and Jim, because the reason why I'm here at Corporate AV is because of my friend Jim Marlowe. We go way back to the early 90s, and Will Austin as well. We worked in the past, and these guys kind of did the right thing, asked me if I was interested in coming around, and Joe's a gentleman, and I've been here for a few years now, and it's just a great spot to work. I started out in the business as a carpenter. I was called upon for the John Harms Theater and Meadowlands Arena Giant Stadium shows, and I would just show up and help out to build the decks and the staging. And when I got called, I would never say no to the job. I knew these were the guys that I wanted to work with. They were teaching me how to rig, teaching me how to light, teaching me to be safe. And I got in with a bunch of good guys down there at the Meadowlands, and I got into the union about I started in 1992. I got in around 1995. It took me 3 years to get that accomplished, and got into the rock and roll, more of a local circuit type of person where I would work Meadowlands, or I'd go over to Randall's Island, I'd go out to Pennsylvania, up to Boston, down to DC, more of an East Coast person. Learned a lot on the road doing these road shows through the 90s, which Jim Marlowe again helped me out with, and I was brought on as a lighting tech. I used to do everything from drive the truck to bring it on up to Boston, and sometimes people didn't show up, and that's how you learn how to do some audio and some other things pretty quickly. And ended up progressing there a little bit and became a technical director, and that's where I learned a little bit more about audio, about video, about lighting, about staging, about scenic, about how it all becomes encompassed as one. And now I'm a production manager here, taking care of some of the larger shows, but I always got my fingers in the smaller jobs just to make sure that all the pieces are in the right spots, and go over some labor with Will, and help out wherever I can, drawing up some plans and do some pre-production. So when we get out on site, there's no snags, and we know where we're going. We know how to get in the building. We know where the power is. So that's where I'm at right now, and this is my first time really being at one of the Pirate U's. I think I've passed by once or twice, and I really took it all in yesterday, and it's great. It's a really good program, and I'm looking forward to doing it a few more years. It's cool. So, that's where I'm at, Will.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you sitting next to me
Thank
today,
you.
right
I
now,
appreciate
and we
it,
do this together
You
here.
guys, like they said yesterday, you just never know who you're working out there next to. And, my friend Mike Squitieri, through the years, I worked with Mike in the past, had a lot of audio questions. You guys were talking about a mentor. Mike has mentored me. Artie is mentoring me now on learning these digital boards. I always ask him a question, this and that. The other thing, your mentors can be younger. Ryan Finch is an excellent salesperson. I'm learning from him every week. He's a shout out to Ryan. He's on vacation this week, but he's really helped me a lot to adapt in the last couple months and the last couple years when we went into virtual productions heavily during over COVID. So it's interesting about the mentoring when you guys are saying it doesn't have to be anybody older, it could be younger, because we're all still learning. And
Absolutely.
basics.
I mean, that's very true. I mean, every day I'm trying something new, learning something new that I haven't tried before. And, it's just really, there's always something to learn from somebody. I mean, whoever, somebody older, somebody younger.
Yeah.
The technology certainly changes, so you're always learning the new technology. That'll keep changing.
Absolutely.
So I guess what we're going to do is, sort of take you to a show. So in a sense, the first thing that you're going to usually experience is when we hit the dock. The hardest part of that sometimes is trying to figure out exactly where it is we're supposed to meet. Sometimes we'll send you the address of the venue. We'll always send you who the project manager is on site and a phone number. So you'll get there. Sometimes you might not see the truck. Sometimes they're going to load in a different place than we originally thought. Something happens, construction, whatever. You'll have that phone number. Call that person. Make sure that you reach out to them if you're not sure where you're supposed to be. But a couple of things I'm just going to say on that. Arrive on time, whether it's the main entrance, the dock, or wherever. Call your crew chief or project manager if you're not sure. On time is early. You don't want to be late for the gig, because at that point you're leaving your coworkers that did arrive on time to handle the work without you. And basically many hands make light work. Scott, you want to add anything to that?
Absolutely. Many hands make light work, and after the pandemics, security is tight everywhere down in New York City, especially after 9/11 and everything. Things got super tight where we're bringing trucks in and out of buildings. They're asking us for insurance. They're asking us who the crew is, who the driver is. Maybe we have his license, and we're seeing the same kind of thing now after the pandemic. Where are you vaxxed? Aren't you vaxxed? We're doing a lot of open out shows, and it's an interesting time where things are tight. So get to the job on site, look for the truck, look for your crew, look for your crew chief, check in with him, and make sure things are cool. Make sure he doesn't need anything done prior to us getting into this load-in. Make sure the elevators or one might be dedicated to us if we can get it. It can get us in and up there quicker. Usually they can lock one off and say, look, we'll be in and out of here in 15 minutes if you help us out with this one elevator out of these 6. Can we lock this one off? It has worked in the past, and it saves some time. So, know what you're going to do when you get on time. Shake some hands, be friendly, get out there and be proud of that team that you're going to go forward with through the night into the next day, and be a team member. Yeah, and be safe. That's to start off. Those are the key things to get off to a good start out there.
True. Always be safe. I mean, we touched on that yesterday. The last thing you want is to get hurt. All right, so here we go. And the next thing you do after, dumping the truck, or in this case, loading out, these guys were waiting for the truck, is they look pretty happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't even want to talk about what you would experience. Dumpsters, how stinky it is.
Yes.
So, wonderful business. You'll be like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every hotel has a certain smell. Something you learn through the New York City
Yeah,
circuit.
some worse
the
than
Plaza versus the Pierre versus the Waldorf. It's all different.
Yeah, it's
but,
all terrible.
Yeah.
But we try to keep a good attitude through the whole thing.
Always look for that truck. Always meet at the loading dock. Don't go upstairs to the ballroom and wait for our guys to push gear up there. Come see your team. Come find your guys and give them a hand. And the same thing on the loadout. We'll talk about that later. But help until the end, until that truckload door is down. Shake everyone's hand. You walk away as a team. It's a good way to be, and you get good productions out of that.
Yep, very true.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying. Showtime. Well, we're going to do something a little bit different right now. Something a little more interactive instead of just sitting around here talking for an hour. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to break up this group of people that we have, all of you, into 3 teams. Basically what I'm looking to do is make sure there's somebody that's new in each team, some more experienced people, so sort of well-rounded out groups. We're basically going to set up a show, sort of a breakout show. It's not going to be huge. There's going to be a little bit of a time limit. So basically, we've got 3 stations we'll be setting up, 3 teams, 3 different setups. Each team's going to have 10 minutes to get their part of this show together. When we're done with the 10-minute setup, we'll kind of have a stop where we're at, have a little discussion, discuss it, kind of point out some things. Then we'll do a mini strike. Everybody packs it back down. Then the groups will then rotate to the next station. So everybody's going to go through the 3 different stations that we're setting up. The first station we're going to set up on this side of the room, we're going to basically set up a pipe and drape area where you'll be setting up about 20 feet of drape and tripod screen. So that's going to be essentially the stage. In the middle area, we're going to set up our projection. Basically, the projection will be a laptop, a switcher, a projector, and your object is to basically make sure you can get a picture on that screen. Audio we'll set up in this last area over here. You'll set up a mixer, a speaker and a stand, some type of microphone, and also laptop audio. So that means audio is going to have to work with projection to make sure that they can get audio out of the laptop that's here into their system. Projection will be relying on what what the pipe and drape team does in terms of getting the screen up in time. So I mean, even though it's 3 separate groups, you're all working together separately. But that's typically how it is when we go into a ballroom. So I guess the next thing we should do is hit the lights. Let's get some lights on over here.
Clear some chairs.
If everybody can pick up their chairs, fold them up, lean them on the back wall so we can make some room to get some work done.
Yeah.
What do you think, guys? Is that a good idea?
Except for the part where you may think I'm helping them do this.
Come on, get that chair over there.
I'm out, man.
Thanks. Hot mic, I have to watch what I'm saying.
I didn't bring your duck. God, you like my duck?
I did. That's good.
All right, if somebody's got free hands, they can help Bobby over here. Let's start rolling out the projection cart, the pipe and drape stand cart.
Check in over here.
Let's get that over the far side over there.
Got our teams. This is great.
Audio, far side over there.
Right in the center with the projection?
Hmm?
Yep.
Yep. Projection over here, please. No. All right, who's new and has never, ever really set up anything before in AVs? Put your hands up. Come out here in the middle. Here, group A, B, C, or something. Here, split up into like 3 areas, new people. Like, okay, how many news do we have? 1, 2, 3. You're not
That's a beauty.
really new. You're kind of new. Okay. So group 1, here, you 2 over here. Right here, okay. Now, older folks that have done this a little bit before, just kind of start splitting yourself up with these other 3 groups here.
Fill in. Sure.
So how many people do we have in each group? Yeah, 4 over here, and you're like 3 or 4 over here? All right, well, since you guys are on this side of the room, you guys are going to start with audio over there. And whoever's in the middle, you guys start right here with projection.
You got Bobby some
And
power?
basically, you guys right here are setting up drape. So you want 20 feet of drape over here, tripod screen right in front. It doesn't matter. It's just a straight line right here, front to back. Don't worry about that. In
Front of house here.
This side is front.
Okay. This is our audio pack. Power's gonna. We got
You got
2 lines.
2 lines of power right here. Just split up power
Yep.
here, power there. Try to let these guys that have never done it do most of the work.
Absolutely.
Try to get the people that have never done it before to do part of it.
Yep. So. Yep, you're right. Yep. It's a whole pack. Yep. It's got the antennas. It's got the unit underneath. We send them out when they always have lavalier mics and handhelds.
So I think you guys are, what, about a minute into this. So I'm going to set my timer for 9 minutes here. All right, you guys have 9 minutes left, guys.
Play a little music.
Angle is fine. What, you know, because you don't have to extend these really. I mean, if you want to do shorter, is fine on the cross.
It's nice before.
And timing. All right, so I guess we're at 2 minutes. That means the audience is like standing outside the door. The client's sweating right now, wondering what's going on, what's happening going on here. But we might give you a little extra time just to let this play out. Boy, tick tock, we're under a minute. Let's see if audio gets some sound coming out before video gets some light on that screen. Oh, wow, look at that audio. It's got audio. Wow. I'm impressed. Wow, 15 seconds. That client really is not going to be happy today.
Client should have paid for more setup time.
Good idea.
And that's it. Time's up. But you know, we'll keep. We're gonna go into extra innings here. We'll just go another minute.
Good job, guys.
Hey, what happened over here with your drape? You know,
Give us the right pieces. The damn
well,
warehouse
yeah,
people.
warehouse, huh? Blaming the warehouse again, right?
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah. What happened up there?
Oh, they're blaming the warehouse. Didn't get the right drapes. Didn't
okay.
get shipped.
Okay.
Yeah, you sure sales.
They only put one
sales.
panel on there.
We had that and a miniskirt a minute ago.
They heard you say 20 foot. I heard it.
20 foot wide or 20 foot high?
It starts with a sale. How we doing on that video? Any luck? That doesn't sound too good.
Uh-oh, you guys got a buzz now. Where'd that come from?
It's Arthur. Thank you.
All right, let's take the music down for a second, and Scott and I are going to walk through and do a little
video
quick
out of it?
evaluation. First of all, I'd just like to say, you know,
Don't worry about that. Yeah, I want to be feeding video.
It's a good
today.
job, everybody. I mean, if people have not tried this before and trying out some stuff, good effort. Good effort. So, audio group, what did you guys find over here? What difficulties or issues did you find that you had, if any?
Difficulties. We basically got a mic in here, right, which is great. What I was trying to troubleshoot just now is I started playing stuff off of Spotify to make sure that we were getting PCBI audio in.
Okay, so your audio is either coming out HDMI or PCI, so you might have to check with the actual settings in the laptop.
I checked the system sounds.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I mean, Windows systems. This is the speaker, the headphone output.
Yep. So
Handheld?
troubleshooting is
Get a
another
handheld?
big thing. It's really, you know, it's not just figuring out, is it this as my source? Is this actually going into your input? Are you seeing anything on that input in terms of gain?
No, not yet.
You should,
So,
you know,
That's cool.
yeah, it's
Thanks.
fine, yeah.
or is your audio coming out HDMI? Two different things can happen because of the way a computer is set up.
We had a couple of things. One, the computer first came on looking for a pin code.
Mhm.
We didn't have it.
Yep.
So restarting it evidently worked. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's usually these, if they're shut down properly and from reboot, would start up correctly, where it goes straight into open. It would not need a pin or anything like that.
Familiarity with setting up these mics.
Yeah, probably next time we'll just do an SM58.
Well, that
make
was
it a little
good. Artie
simpler.
came over and whacked it right in there and
Yep.
taught him how to do it.
Quite
It's
get
good.
it all down, but I saw the
Yep, absolutely. No, we're pushing it right along, but
Okay, so in terms of projection, let's talk to this team over here.
Almost.
Yep.
absolutely.
Scott, did you have any other comments over here about that?
No,
Or
these
should
guys
we-
banged it out pretty quickly. Everything's cool. I'm going to just try to get some video out of this, so that projector.
Well, they do have video
okay, okay.
from this right now.
Okay, fine.
So let's talk to video team over here. Tell me how you guys did. What difficulties or issues did you have?
Just figuring out the in and outs, really.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, again, signal flow and basically you always want to troubleshoot from your source. In this case, your source is either this laptop or that. HDMI, you're coming either directly into the projector, which would, it looks like that's the solution you guys went with to get it up and running quickly. But in this case, you'd want to come into one of your inputs here, and then basically there's two different outputs. There's the multi-view output, and then there's the individual, I think this one, actually in this case, program out would be SDI, and then we would have had to, I don't know, does this have SDI in, or would have we had to convert? So we did hobble you by not giving you the proper equipment to make this actually happen. So somebody... So they took the smart line here, which was to bypass the switcher we sent you without the part you needed to make it work. So we did kind of hobble you, and our apology. Blame the account executive. Who wrote this order?
We were trying to give you the real feel out there. That's,
Yeah, I mean, this,
real feel here.
and this does happen. You're
This is like how it is.
on-site people, don't always have the gear, or something breaks, or the wrong parts, and sometimes you have to just get it working. Otherwise, the client's standing there, saying, "What's going on?"
HDMI, you had to come out SDI back in HDMI.
Let's talk to our last group.
here.
Where is our last group? Pipe
There
and
they
Drape
are.
Screen Group. Where are you guys? So apparently, I've heard rumors that you guys were sabotaged and didn't have the right stuff. Good job on getting the screen up. I like the fact that we have it's properly dressed, which
Looks good.
is key. Drape looks like you were short in terms of width, but you were hobbled by not having the right stuff. But good job and good execution up top with the wraps up top, the covering over the seams. Good job. And did you guys have any issues besides not having the right stuff? Yep.
Cool.
All right, cool. Good job, everybody. So what we should do right now is let's take everything apart, do a full strike back to the cart. That way we can get ready for a rotation. All groups, please take your gear apart right now, pack it back out for the next group. Video, same thing.
You know what those are? Yeah. Okay, just making sure. Yeah, except the line, because he likes it at that grade.
Okay.
These things come up.
Yeah, break down.
This gets breaking.
Break it down.
Break it all
pack
down.
it back out into the boxes. Come on.
Then we're gonna
We
switch.
got to get the next show loaded in. Quick,
got it.
guys.
This will be right here, Artie. All right. Take it down. Let these other
Make
folks
sure you
pack it
fold
up.
that drape right. Don't let it hit the floor. Let's not get any dust on it. Work together.
When you shop at Walmart, you get it.
Somebody else grab drape with
You spend a little less
with Eric. Let's help out Eric so he's not on the floor.
to turn
Got to work together. Team.
No, wrap it up.
Teamwork.
Just like we found it.
That's right.
This is a word that's more.
I'm sorry, Nate. It does. It is. Oh. Where's that? Ike right here? That's 4,700. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, so it might be there.
That's fine. Guess they'll be lacking a power cord, right? Do we have that power cord for that? Yep. That's part of strike goes. Make sure the right gear goes back with that equipment. We don't want to lose parts and not have to find it in the shop, sorting everything out.
Okay, this is our HDMI.
Okay, turn these things off.
Push and hold the power button.
Yeah, it goes in the box. I put the.
How about
Paddles go on top. Yep.
how about go like this?
Everything makes sense to
Click
you?
the one that says power and go shut down. That's how you properly shut it down. Wait till it's shut down, then close that up. Make sure
I believe
it gets back in the box with it.
Yeah. Yes, those go underneath. Yes. This one goes in there as well. I think this too.
All right, laptop. This is a spare power supply for the laptop.
Cool. Is this my laptop here? That's it. Yep. Nice.
Bobby, for video, can we get a decimator and a piece of SDI point for
second.
that so we can get proper signal?
I steered you wrong. This goes with the laptop.
That wasn't a wireless mouse, was it?
No, it's wired. Yes.
You don't need battery for that.
All good. Oh, is it power supply?
I got power supplies, yeah.
Power supply to the. That's
We need that spare.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. Good job, fellas.
You take the.
The purple one? Yep.
So it looks like audio's not struck. They did get sound first, but they seem a little slower than everybody else there. Yeah.
Cool. No. Just getting that last knot out of there.
Obviously, was not.
Yeah, no, I get it. Want me to stretch it out?
Yeah, this may be one of those where it has to be.
Yeah.
Put in the case between the shop.
Okay, guys. So it looks like our strike is just about done. So we're gonna do clockwise. So the group that was pipe and drape over here in screens is gonna go do audio. The guys that were audio are now video. The guys that were video are now screens and pipe and drape. So let's.
All right, you're all clear.
Get to our respective places
I'll take
and wait till I give you the official go. That wasn't go.
Oh, okay.
Okay, is everybody in their place, proper place? Do we have the video? The audio team is now video over here. You guys are ready to go with your stuff? And everything's rolling away from you. So basically, do you have a laptop? All right, the laptop needs to be with video, okay? And you guys will do audio, so you're just gonna get audio.
There was two
Yeah, they're gonna
laptops.
just be over there. You guys are over here, they're over there.
Willie.
Okay. I'm just gonna do one laptop for video, and then we'll send a PCI DI. That means that your group works with their group. Yep. All right, so hold off, guys. Don't wait, Bobby. Don't get ahead. You guys, I would
think
give
there
you the
was two,
official
yeah.
start time. And on my mark, everybody ready? And go. You got 10 minutes, guys. Let's get it built.
Can you mute me first? Oh,
Here, you can mute me.
Michigan isn't just one thing. It's unique urban adventures and the stillness of nature. Explore Michigan with Expedia.
That's our plug for power, yeah.
All right, guys. We're doing pretty good here, but there is only 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left in the setup. Okay, tick tock, tick tock. We're 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this competition. Let's take a look at pipe and drape and screens. Looks like we're got drape up, working on getting the screen started. Looks like video's got light coming out of a projector. That's a good sign. I don't see laptop going into here, so you're basically not on your multi-view. Why are we not getting right? But how come we don't have image on here from there? Well, let me show you guys a trick. This is a good trick. If you push the Windows key and P, that brings up your what your output is doing. So here you're duplicating, so technically you should be coming in right now. So that's our problem. We want to be on the scalar side of your input. So let's move that to scalar. Scalar because it will handle multiple inputs or display resolutions. So now you see your image on the scalar side. The other side is locked into some other resolution and it won't scale to whatever this is. So typically you extend is what you're going to do when you're using PowerPoint. Duplicate is if you want to see the exact same thing. All right, the one thing we haven't done is gotten audio connected and interface with these guys. So let's get a piece. I don't see a PCI DI over there. And with 1 minute, what do we have here? Do we have a microphone working?
I have 2 microphones working.
Okay. Do you have a PCI laptop audio? Okay. Do you have a wire going that way to these guys? All right. So all they have to do here is plug that in. Looks like you're in. Turn on some music. Let's see if we can send them something. All right. Okay, so on the switcher, red is what's program and green is preview. So if you want to see this on the screen, you got to hit that switch so we're projecting what is on your desktop.
Okay.
Red is going to be live and green is basically on hold.
Okay.
So we're basically input 4 is that. If we had other inputs, you'd be in on the other inputs. 15 seconds. That client is breathing down everybody's back right now.
Are we ready for you?
That looks like a DVI slide.
Oh, the timer went off. We'll give you guys an extra minute here.
That was a display port. And then I press enter.
All right, so you have a wire here.
It's going to the switcher thing.
It's going to not the switcher thing, but to the Aja and
On cast. That's great.
here. There's in the folder. There's usually music here. If you go to the CAVS tool, and are we powered up on that?
Subtract some of that, and you're starting to sound more like we do it live. So now, here a little bit big, pop. So I'll go over here. Actually, I'll get it to what I'm hearing by getting frequency. And it's somewhere
Unextended.
400.
So going in, just set it to serial is going out.
Oh, you want to be
That's input. That's
input, and you're on an output side over here. Maybe we have a bad cable from here to there. Either we have a bad cable on this, and this SDI is plugged in program out,
Right now it's just this.
or are you preview out?
Viz preview. There you go. We want program, right?
Program out. Success?
Do you have audio? Should. I have audio coming to you. Should. I'm turned up.
Just go HDMI 1, enter.
There you go. Good morning. Thank you.
This is a. Do we have this correctly? It's a directional HDMI.
That might be a bad cable. Okay. Or give him another cable, or swap it out.
Source side. You plug this into your source. Give me the other end. Give me that for the audio.
All right, guys, let's stop right where we are right here. You guys, the video can keep working on that problem. All right, let's talk to audio over here for a second. Artie, can we be hot mics over here, please? Me and Scotty?
Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks, buddy. Mike's just talking about painting.
Finger paint.
Analogy.
Cool. All right, so how we doing over here? How'd we do?
We have a handheld little live. I figure we got somebody talking and Q&A.
Nice.
We had our lovely backdrop. We had some funky music going.
Nice.
Awesome.
And there it is.
Nice job.
Good job.
Absolutely.
Any problems or issues, or do we get the right equipment this time on site?
Everything's good.
All right.
Cool. Everything makes sense?
Thought,
Yes?
With this mounting system,
Yes.
it's not. They recommend 19 inches apart.
Yeah.
This is not.
A foot. Less. It's, yeah. Yeah.
So that's not proper for a distance.
Okay.
So ideally, we should have
Two
two stands.
stands,
Should be
ideally.
19 inches, like a rack space. apart.
Two separate stands. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's good. I didn't know that.
John Zambrano was here yesterday telling me they should be 5 feet apart.
Yeah. Well, at least 19 inches. Yeah. So
right,
this stand
cool.
is not, you know.
Let's talk to the
we go.
video team over here.
Video guys.
All right, video guys. What we find out? What issues did we have?
Well, today I learned that apparently sometimes HDMI cables are directional.
That one is true, and Bobby knew that, so he was able to assist and rescue that.
Nice.
There's definitely a little complexity of making sure you're in the right in program instead of preview, finding the right devices here. Any other issues you guys have? Are you pretty good? Questions?
Well, thanks to you explaining what the scalar input is, now we know what that does and why we use it. So
Yep. All right, cool.
Cool. Looks good.
Good job, guys. Excellent work. And lastly, our tripod team.
Bob
Oh boy,
Parker.
that was not the sound effect of the award.
Come on.
That was supposed to be the good job, everybody sound effect. No. Where's that team?
Here they are.
All right, and how'd we do over here? Good job. I like it. Everything's well dressed. You guys have the right size. Oh, well, your drape's a little short over there. You guys, again, the warehouse sent the wrong gear. But good work. Any issues you guys had over here with the setup? Good?
Good.
All right, cool.
Take it down.
Yeah. All right, strike.
All right, Artie, play some music. These audio guys, boy. Tight pack over here.
Break it down, guys. Break it down. Let's get it packed out quickly. This room is booked. Somebody else is going to be here in 2 minutes.
Yep. Load out. Pass them in the elevator.
All-time classic.
Oh, are we doing something at home? So basically, what we were doing here is
So
3 different setups.
I
Each
kind of
one
do because
when
it's got
together
that little,
form a show.
gets locked
Basically,
in.
we scaled it down as
just a
smaller
little bit, but that's
breakout
yeah,
room setup.
Yeah, that's all.
So we have an audio setup, a video setup, drape station with drape and screens. So basically, each group gets to go through. They have about 10 minutes to do their setup. Then we talk about it at the end to kind of, just do a quick little recap, talk about any issues people had. And then they're basically working through
goes with
the
the
strike
computer, right?
portion of things right now. We'll have the group do one more rotation, so everybody basically gets to have hands-on either audio, video, or the pipe and drape and screen portion of things. So, it's good. Each team, essentially, even though they're working separately, are working together, because if screen and drape is not up, then projection has nothing to shoot to. Audio and video have to coordinate, because the video team has the content with audio that has to feed to video. Video has to feed to audio. Sorry about that. So basically, there's a coordination, but still separation. It's a good way to, exercise, new people in the industry working together, even though they're working separately in different teams. So kind of want to give everybody a little bit of the experience of all three parts of that. That's what we're doing here. Cool. No problem.
Sure.
Just so the folks at home know what's going on, I know this session was supposed to end at 11:45, but to allow for enough time for the last group to do their setup, we're going to go a little bit long into extra innings, so you can stick around if you want. We'll keep the stream going through that portion, and right around 12 noon, we'll probably be going, taking a little break at that point. But that's what's going on at the moment. So rotating again, if you were in the middle, move to this side. If you were audio, move to video. And if you were projection, you guys are audio. All right, let me get my timer.
This is our table?
That's your projection, cart and table. Yes, everything all in one. All right, is everybody ready to start? And go! You guys got 10 minutes. Let's get this built. Come on, guys. Client is coming any minute now. Okay, looks like we got 6 minutes 30, guys. We got a little pipes. I'm starting to see pipes up here for pipe and drape, so that's good progress here. Looks like we have in video projectors on the card over here. Looks like we have a computer here. And audio, I see a speaker on a stand. I see wireless mics. I see a mixer out. So it looks like things are powered up. See some progress here. Good job, guys. 6 minutes, 6 minutes. Clients and audiences standing outside at ballroom doors, starting to knock. They're getting impatient a little bit. Pressure's getting on.
They're knocking on the door.
Mic test 1 2, mic test 1 2. We got sound, perfect.
Now you guys are going to still need laptop audio, right? You have to connect to those guys.
Where's that?
So you guys need a PCI DI and a cable.
Cool. Mic test 1 2, mic test.
Just watch that HDMI. It's a directional cable. Bless you.
Thank you.
We should plug in a multi-view on this so you can see what your inputs are. So that would be the little monitor on the bottom shelf. Looks like we got 4 minutes, guys.
4 minutes.
We're getting closer. I see some light on the screen.
Yeah.
I know audio. I've heard audio.
How's the drape boys
I see,
doing over
yeah,
there?
the pizza's
Okay.
obviously putting the pressure on right now.
Screen's getting there.
People
We need a
getting
skirt on
hungry.
that screen.
Mic test 1 2. Off the board. Compression techniques.
For the multi-view, there's a HDMI output on this that says multi-view. That'll go directly into the ICANN monitor.
That cable might be directional. Audio's good.
Right, so you need an HDMI wire coming out of multi-view and into multi-view on the back of the ICANN.
Nice.
Yeah, use whatever HDMI cable you got. You got one? Use that. Yep, that'll work.
See, so here's something you want to try not to do is go up, and now I can't reach this.
Yeah.
So you would bring this down and get this all dressed so I see none of this, and then bring it all up.
Guys, have you powered up the ICANN?
You know what I mean?
Okay, you gotta plug that
It's
in.
just a less of a way to get a ladder out, get it all looking like something nice. You see how I'm seeing this silver?
Then you'll be on there.
Take that over that like that, and then you get that around. I don't want to see any silver like that. Same thing on the center one here. I don't want to see that. I want that covered. There you go. Cool. What happened? Run out of,
So you have that.
run out of time?
2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. All right, so let's see. How come we're not seeing this over there? Let's just make sure. If you hit Windows and P, we're on extended. Okay, so you're not going
cable
to the switcher?
directional?
Right, so if you...
We ran it wrong. This went, it's going right there.
Oh. Okay, so if you're going to the projector, you want to be in the scalar input. Are you in the scalar input?
Liking it. 1080i.
No, that would be the one that says scalar, right?
It's thinking about it. Just needs to see something.
Okay. And
Getting
so
close.
let's- Now we have, okay, so we know we have, okay, and so basically this is input number 4, looks like, yeah, but 3 we're not seeing anything right now. Here, let me escape out of your, well, you want to be in the scalar input, right?
Don't think about the same inputs.
But one's a scalar, one is not.
And it's in the one that says scale.
Here, I'm gonna. Where's the power on this? Oh, this side. Just let it reboot once.
You did repower?
Yeah.
Oh man, what the minutes you do now?
Okay, so input 4. There you go. You're live.
There it is.
Go image.
There it is.
And we got 10 seconds. 9,
seconds.
8, 7, 6. Is everybody kind of set up? Wow. We
Everybody
actually
is.
got it done in time.
Audio, excellent.
Can we get a test sound from video?
Yeah, I got the sound here. We got our 10-second our 10-minute
alarm going
countdown.
off?
We're done on time. And everybody stop. That's it. Good job, guys. I mean, what everybody think of that? Each got to try out each sort of area that we set up in a normal event. Projection over here and audio, video. Good job, everybody. So basically, we're going to break this down. Then Scotty and I are going to just do a couple more minutes of talking, talk a couple of things that we want to talk about. What I'm actually going to call, where's my my clicker? Oh, yeah, we're supposed to be up here, right, Scotty?
Yep.
Scotty tips.
Sorry.
All right, let's break down first all the equipment, do a strike, and then we'll talk.
Cool.
Might want to talk now. It's getting late.
Good job.
What time do we have? All right, okay. Hey, Scotty.
Yo.
Let's do our Scotty tips right now while they're working.
They
All
don't
right.
have any seats in
Pizza's here.
Yeah, the pizza's here.
I left my tips over here. I'm sorry. I don't know where it is.
You'll see it. I'll put it on the screen.
Okay. I don't know where they went.
Okay, guys, you can listen while you're working. Going to just talk about some what I'd call Scotty advice or Scotty tips. Basically, this is thoughts of working in the industry, as he said, as a stagehand all these years and understanding the industry. And these are some helpful tips for you guys as you're embarking in your career. And so, I'll let Scott kind of lead on this, and I'll fill in a little bit here and there.
So, a couple of the things that I wanted to just touch base on is as you guys are getting more and more into this business, there's a couple of key things that you need to kind of do as a freelancer and as a up-and-coming tech. You need to get out there, you need to network, you need to prospect, and you need to socialize with everybody, and you need to sell yourself. It's very important to share your contact and their information. You need to schedule your time, and you need to manage your calendar so you can fill in your weekends, you fill in your nights, you can get your daytime jobs, and you could make yourself available and make some money.
In terms of the scheduling, I mean, a calendar is really important, whether you want to just carry a day book with you where you're writing in what your jobs are that you've booked on, or using an electronic
Right.
calendar on your phone.
Right.
You want to keep good manage yourself and your time to make sure that you know when to say yes to a job or no to say, you need to say no when you obviously have a commitment already or something like that. Just going back to the sales for a second, you become your own brand in the sense that, the way you present yourself to other people that you work with is really important, because that's how you're going to be getting your next job. You got to network, you got to be out there talking, finding out what other gigs are out there, what other employers are hiring as a freelancer, because you want to make yourself available so you can fill up that calendar.
Absolutely.
And earn a living.
Absolutely.
Back to you.
Another part of that, a big part of that, is logistics. It's knowing where the job is. Is the job out in Brooklyn? Is the job in upstate New York? Are we going to Connecticut? Or where are we going with this? So, and how are you going to get there? Are you going to get there on a bus? Are you going to get there on a train? Are you going to take your car? The gig is not done till midnight. Will the train run at 1 o'clock in the night?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to be back at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So you got to think of these things through as you, when you say and commit to the gig. You guys talked on this yesterday, gear. Very simply, bring a flashlight, bring a Leatherman, bring a C-wrench, bring some gloves, because you don't know what you're doing out there. You could be a truck driver, you could be loading and unloading, you could be put on a electrics gig very quickly. Marlo, yesterday, Jim, you said stay healthy and stay happy. It's very important, especially when you're going into a strong week and you're doing 80 hours that week. You gotta sleep and you gotta prepare, and you have to have stamina. We're doing 16-hour days. That's a double, and we do a lot of that. So you guys know that. The business can beat on you pretty good. Stamina is a big part of it. Stay healthy and treat your body good.
Right.
Treat
That goes back to the calendar for a second, because that way by managing your calendar, okay, I've got something tomorrow morning. I worked late last night. Do I really want to take that morning gig?
Right.
Just be aware of your schedule. That's going to help you stay on track for staying healthy and staying happy.
Absolutely. And back to the calendar, which is, it also works into your accounting. When you're doing these long days and you're doing a long week, at the end of that week, you might not remember exactly where you were because you got ran around that week. So you take your notes, you put them in your calendar, and this way you can look back, and when you're tracking your work and you're putting together your tolls and any work-related incidentals, it enables you to go back and know where you were and bill for those hours.
Yeah, keep a folder. I mean, if people are giving you receipts and things like that, or you have commuting or tolls or other things like that, just organize, stay organized, keep a place for that stuff, whether it's electronic or some other thing. There'll be questions at the end. We just okay.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
What is, if you do decide to take that gig the next morning after a late night, it's not our problem.
Right.
You don't tell, oh, I'm tired. I don't care. My mother used to say, who
Mm-hmm.
is that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you agree to do that, if you agree to take that second gig,
Yep.
then you got to work hard at both.
You got to stay committed.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Good point,
Yeah,
Scott.
absolutely.
Jim.
You got to be punctual. We've talked about that. Be early, and I don't even mean just in general be punctual, but be punctual with your invoicing too. Sherelle and Will, they want to see those invoices at the end of that week and track that week and move into the next one. They don't want to be getting invoices 2 months later for stuff that we did in June, when here we are August going to September. So it's just a good practice. It's a way to be organized, and this isn't all easy stuff to do. It can get difficult, especially when you're working on a long gig and a long week. One of the things when you are invoicing is talk to the folks and get that next job set up. When you're coming in, you're doing some driving, and it's Thursday or Friday, and we're looking forward to next week and what we can do and what you can get on and how you can be helpful. And
absolutely.
And that's another big part of it, is set yourself up and talk to these folks while you're on the phone with them, telling them that everything went well from this week. And streamline this process to meet yourself. Everyone works differently at different times. Weekends are different, so everyone's going to have a little bit of different of a schedule and a different system. So you're going to have to find that over years what works best for you. But if you can get yourself on a schedule, it'll help you in this business. And then you need to repeat this again and again and again. And because that's the name of the game.
It's true. You never know when your next gig is, so you just got to keep winding forward with that stuff.
Yep.
Well, since we're kind of running a little over on time here, we are going to cut this short. There were a couple more slides to talk about, but we can talk about it amongst ourselves. I know everybody's probably hungry at this point.
Great.
So for the virtual audience, we'll be back at what time are we back on? Anybody there? It looks like we will be back online at 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
All right, we'll see you online in about an hour. And for folks in the room, go get lunch.
Great.
Okay, thank you.